Delayed. And I was delayed trying to say the word. Duh.
Actually, like when I'm playing piano,
Mhm.
it's really distracting when I'm trying to play and then I hear it, and it's like a second later, whatever I'm doing, I always get off. And hello world. But it's really
Like a radio person.
yeah.
You should be a radio person.
I thought about it.
Hey, have you thought about Washington State University?
I have not.
Because I hear they're good with what's this called? This stuff.
There's audio engineering,
Music.
composition. Are we what we're doing right now?
Yeah.
This is like audio engineering.
Production
Oh
kind of
yeah.
stuff.
Well, I mean, like when I was at Pierce and I was taking the look at this is really bothering me.
But everyone wants to hear your story.
Turn this off. When I was at Pierce, yeah, I was at Pierce, and when I was taking Peter's class, the audio engineering, it just sounds so cool. There's like so much work that goes into editing stuff that it just made it seem like okay, like you know how we spent 5 hours in that recording studio. I could classify that as the fun part of what I was doing, because later on, um, I would go into the and I'd sit there for like an hour, just like trying to figure out how to get things better. And it's still in the end, they didn't sound as good as they should have been. There's still a whole lot wrong with the recording, and it's just so much work that it kills the enjoyment. Like when I record my songs, I spend time recording the songs and about like 5 minutes editing it, very small amounts of edits, and then just put it on there, like. Cause it's like it's kind of cool, but I just want to know it enough to record my stuff and then throw it on there. This is actually what I want to do is write music and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. Let's turn this out. It was kind of loud though. So.
Yeah, it was really.
But yeah, that's just can't really think of anything. Oh, so tell me about your job, the one you have now.
Well, I work at a place called Performance Radiator. We sell car parts like radiators.
Where is it at?
It's in Tacoma, kind of by the Tacoma Mall on South Tacoma Way, Tacoma. And
That's the best place to go for just cars or anything cars. South Tacoma Way.
yeah, it's this company that basically we sell car parts to other companies. So like AutoZone and stuff, they'll buy parts from us. But you can also just walk in the street and be like, I need a compressor, and we can sell you.
How did you get this job? When you told me this, I thought this is not what I expected.
Yeah, right? It's awful. Because I don't like working in an office. I don't like that. I was like, oh, I'll never work in an office. And now I'm doing it strictly for money. But my friend actually works there, and she got me the job. I went in for an interview, and I interviewed closer. Oh. Okay. So I interviewed with this woman, and I interviewed with her boss, and then like 30 minutes after I left, they called me, and they're like, "Oh, let's try it out." And so I started working there. And working in an office makes me want to die. It's so boring, but the people there are nice. I'm good apparently at what I do, and I'm also good at just learning things quickly. And I didn't think I was, but they tell me something once, and I pretty much have it. But also I'm doing easy things. But so that's kind of cool. It's minimum wage, but I work like 35 to 40 hours a week, so that's a good amount.
Working minimum wage, I thought people always had this like rough thing about working at McDonald's, working minimum wage jobs. If you work like 35, 40 hours a week, that kind of saves up. And if you still live at home and stuff like that, you don't got to pay bills. That's how I bought my car. Is I just working at McDonald's, saved $100 every week, and money could just.
And like I'm still poor because I save all of my money like crazy amounts.
Nothing wrong with having a low checking.
Like I'm actually not putting much money in my savings account though because I know I can take it out of there and use it, and that was a problem of mine. So I have a piggy bank without a bottom, and I put it like large amounts of money in there. So pretty much every check I'm like $200 in there, and now I can't get it out. And in August I'm gonna break it before I go to school and see how much I have. And I'm guessing it's gonna be a lot, so I'm excited.
Janice says hi.
Hi.
I'm very. Do you have any food I can eat? Are you hungry?
I don't know if I'm hungry anymore.
the satisfy your hunger.
I might be. What do you have?
Oh, you're laughing. Okay, that's what that's about. This is actually really fun. I've never like thought about making. People make like podcasts or something.
Yeah.
Like that. This is
We can make podcasts, but we can talk about more interesting things than working in an office and working at McDonald's because I feel like those are two of the most boring jobs a person can have.
yeah. Although working at McDonald's has been exciting in ways that I didn't want it to be. Like you get crazy people all the time.
Mm,
There's a guy. We have to charge for sauce.
it's just stupid.
It's stupid. I mean, like I'm getting in trouble if I don't do it. So I like raise myself to face people. And honestly, like you tell people enough times, I just hope people. I'm not saying it's right, but it's what I have to do. I have to charge people for sauce. So if you don't like it, just don't ask for sauce anymore.
Yeah, don't ask for sauce.
Don't ask for sauce, or like go somewhere else. And then McDonald's would be like, we're not getting enough customers. Maybe we should stop charging for sauces, whatever. But don't take it out on me because I'm the messenger and stuff like that. But there's this guy, and he's one thing that bothers me about customers is when they come in and they're really dirty. I'm not really necessarily talking about like a BO or like normal kinds of dirty. I'm talking about like just got off work at like fixing a pool full of oil or something. I don't know what's going on with their jobs, but they are not African American, but they're getting closer to being African American. It's just absolutely disgusting. And they'll hand me money, and I'll be about to put change in their hand, but then they hold it out, and it's just black and greasy. Oh man, it bothers me. But this guy comes in, and he's kind of dirty, and he's not the dirtiest person I've seen, so it didn't really faze me. But he comes in, orders whatever, and then he wants to get sauce, and I tell him I have to charge him. Always throws a fit and gets this angry rage and wants a refund and walks out of there. So that happened like once, and then it happened again, and then it's happened multiple times. And then he came in through the drive-thru once, and somebody told me, it was like, there's a guy at the window who wants a refund because we were charging. Oh, I'm talking a little loud. Okay. I was charging him for sauces, and he wants a refund. So I go to the window, and I see him, and I'm just like, oh, God. And I don't know if, what? Yeah, I would say no, and he always throws a fit, and he wants a refund, so I give him a refund, and I ask him to. We have to like have him sign the receipt. I'm not sure why, but it's when I ask him to sign the receipt, and he's like, I'm not signing it, and I guess he paid in $50 and like $1 quarter. Part of it was that I don't know what, but he wanted that back, so I made sure to give that to him back. And the last 25, it was like 27 cents. It wasn't in a quarter and 2 pennies. It was like what other change. But I'm not allowed to open the register for people just to like switch out monies and stuff like that because that's how people get robbed. And so he asked for that, and I said no. And he like threw a fit. He said, I'm not effing signing the receipt. And so that was like the first time ever was just like, all right, sir, if you're not going to sign the receipt and I can't give you the money, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. That was the first time I ever did that. And it felt really good. Yeah. And he threw a fit. And it got to he's just getting more and more angry. And I'm sitting there like I'm not afraid he's gonna attack me because I could just close the window and whatever, but like he's getting like, yeah, and it cuts it off or something. It's like a really bad horror movie, but I'm just like I'm not afraid of that happening. I don't think it would be that bad. So I'm just like he's getting really really angry, and finally he's like, all right, fine. F it, I'll sign the receipt. So he starts signing it. He's like, but I want my quarter. He's asking for the same things like 20 times and just hoping on the 21st time, I'm just going to get tired of him talking and give him exactly what he wants. But I'm not. At this point, after the 7th time I've had this altercation with this guy, not happening. So I'm just like, I'm not going to give that to you. And it's not my pen that he's using, but he thinks it is, obviously, because I gave it to him. And he slams it on the ground outside his car window. He's like, ah! And it was really nice because there's this brief, because he just had that fit of rage, and there was this brief moment where like I saw a look in his face. He was just like, I went too far, because he reached down and he picked up the pen and he set it nicely on the counter and then sped away. And I was just like, what a beautiful ending. Could put that in a book or something.
His life really sucks, and so he's like, oh, I'm really angry, I'm gonna go to McDonald's and see how I can take out my anger on someone. And I feel like he has OCD too.